Eagles at Freedom High School. At this time, they're playing of our national anthem by Freedom High School's choir, concert choir.
Night tonight for the Eagles. And thank you for joining us tonight in our live broadcast. I'm Ryan Nelson. And with me to my right is Matthew Cundiff. And we're getting ready to set up here for the national anthem in just a few minutes here, and then we'll get ready to start up for kickoff. So we'll get the national anthem going here, and then we'll come back and talk about this game. And I believe the Choir of Freedom is going to be singing the national anthem tonight, so that'll be a nice little...
Murphy, go ahead. Let's hear it for the Freedom Concert Choir and the Freedom High School Junior.
And that was your national anthem presented by the Freedom Choir. Very nice job by them. So, Matt, we've got a big game ahead of us tonight. Cardinal District rivalry between the Freedom Eagles and the Hylton Bulldogs. So what do you see from this game tonight?
I see a lot of rushing from the Hylton Bulldogs because their running back is really good and explosive, getting out of that hole. And then also on the Freedom side, Taquan Brown, 126 yards last game. So the defense of Hylton has to look out for that one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he has been a powerhouse in the run game for the Eagles this season. And yeah, let's not forget about Braxton on the Hylton side. Although he only has 392 yards coming into this game, he does have 3 touchdowns as well. And then from the Freedom Eagles side, interesting note, they come into this game having won 18 straight games against any Prince William County team. So they're on a hot streak against their own county's teams. That streak started back in 2015, so they're looking for their 19th straight win tonight against a Prince William County school. So under Coach Overton, last year regional champs, so they're definitely looking to repeat that success and definitely see how they do tonight, because this is a pivotal district game for them, their first of the season, so it would be great to come away with a win.
Yeah, I mean, both teams here are well-disciplined, great coaches on both sides, and that's why we saw Freedom, the regional champs, definitely well-disciplined by the coach, so that definitely helped them win a lot of games, not getting a lot of penalties and giving up free yards.
And the one thing about Freedom that's always a stellar stat is their points that they put up each game. And right now, coming into this week, their last 3 weeks, they're averaging over 45 points a game. So they definitely know how to put the points on the board. And then on the flip side, the Bulldogs only putting up a little over 26 points a game. So they're not really putting a lot of points on the board, which may prove difficult to keep up with Freedom tonight. So they'll definitely have to be able to put some points on the board. And their defense is going to have a stellar game to stop Quest Powell and Taquan Brown on the offensive side of the ball. So we are going to get set to get this game underway. I know we got word from the field that we were waiting on the official chain gang to get here. I do see them on the sideline now, so I think we'll be able to get started, as they weren't going to start the game without being able to pinpoint the yardage and the first down markers on the field. So I believe we're all set there. as I said, homecoming tonight for the Eagles. Decent crowd here for the Eagles tonight, but I expected a little bit more of a turnout because there's definitely some empty stands in here. And actually, Hylton brought some of their band over from their side, so they've got a decent turnout on the visiting side here. And we are going to get ready to set this game in action. Freedom's going to return the ball in the first half. They'll receive the first half kickoff from the Bulldogs. And of course, as you can see, Freedom's wearing their black jerseys, black tops, all white pants with gold lettering. And the Hylton Bulldogs wearing their white away jerseys with navy blue numbers and gold helmets. And here comes the kickoff from the Bulldogs. It's a nice end over and kick right down to the 10-yard line, returned by the Eagles up to the 20. Trying to get past the 20 and gets up to almost the 25-yard line, so a good start for the Eagles.
Yeah, let's see what this offense can do. They usually run a quick offense here, so they get to play from the sideline, and they're already on the line of scrimmage to get it going, and that definitely tires out the defense, and that's why they're averaging a lot of points.
Mr. Quest Powell.
So Quest Powell's going to get his first possession of this game, and we'll see how he does against this Hylton defense who put up 2 touchdowns against Garfield last week. So let's see how Quest Powell does here. In the shotgun, his first snap, the give's going to be to take Taekwon Brown up the middle. Breaks away from a couple tackles up to the 30.
Taekwon Brown is carried.
Gets about a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Eagles.
Great job by that offensive line of the Eagles, opening up a hole for Taekwon Brown to get that good quality 5 yards there as they hurry up back to the line.
And Powell takes a snap, gives it to Brown again, right up the middle again, up to the 40, still on his feet, and finally dragged down as he gets up to the 45-yard line and first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, he was not going down unless 4 people were on him there. As we saw, there's 2 people on him, and he was still running. So big first down for the Eagles.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from about the 44-yard line here. Powell in the shotgun, Brown to his left, 2 receivers to each side. He'll take the snap and give. The give is to Brown, trying to cut around the outside, slips on the turf, and doesn't get anywhere. No gain on the play.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to cut back, but that defense of the Hylton was all around him. So he probably wouldn't have gone anywhere if he didn't slip.
So 2nd and 10 for the Eagles here. Just under 11 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And again, Powell's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side. Brown to his left. He'll take the snap. Ooh, bobbles the snap. Does get it away just in time before he gets tackled down. And good job by Powell to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, Hylton definitely sent the blitz there, as we saw. Even though Powell bobbled it, the pressure was there, and he felt it that time.
3rd down for the Eagles.
So big 3rd and 10 for the Eagles here. And this would be a good way for the Hylton defense to start this game if they force a 3 and out. Powell takes the snap, dumps it off to Brown, who got tipped, but Brown was able to get it under control, gets up to the 50, but only going to be a 5-yard gain, 4th down upcoming for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play by the Eagles there, as it got tipped, almost intercepted, but Brown caught it and ran for a good 5 yards, and it looks like they're going to send out the punt unit.
And they will send out the punt team. And usually in short situations like that, we have seen Coach Overton decide to go for it and keep his offense on the field. That time he decides to take the punt. So 2 returners back for the Bulldogs, and one of them is Waniah Braxton. And there comes the punt, almost blocked. And it's going to be fair caught. Oh, but he runs into his own player, didn't get touched. And the Eagles are able to down it, but wow, that was a interesting play there. Oh, if it had touched one of those Hylton returners, it would have been a live ball there.
Quarterback for
Yeah,
Hylton,
so
number
this is the
2.
first time we're going to see
Keyshawn
this
Copeland.
Hylton offense come out on this field. And great job by the defense getting the 4 and out. And they have pretty good field position here for the Bulldogs to start their drive.
So we'll see how this offense can run, led by senior quarterback Keyshawn Copeland. And of course, we mentioned Wanaya Brown as well. Copeland's in the shotgun for this first play. Sends a man in motion. Takes the snap looking downfield. Now goes for the screen. And that's going to be on the catch. Tavon Johnson.
Tavon Johnson.
Short gain there. And Tavon Johnson's going to be one of those guys we're going to be calling his name out a lot. He's a big part of this offense.
Second down and 9.
But a long second down here upcoming for the Bulldogs. Copeland in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Fakes it to Braxton. Now he's got to run around, heavy rush. And he can move with his feet, running up the field. First down and more. Still on his feet. Finally pushed out of bounds right at about the 50-yard line. But first down, Hylton. Good job there by Copeland on his legs.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking left for Braxton or Johnson there, but then he saw blitz coming and he was really light on his feet there, getting out to the right side. And he had some blockers, so great job by the receivers blocking there and picking up that first down for them.
So now we've got a big second down here, or excuse me, big 1st and 10 here with under 9 minutes to play. And it looks like there was a penalty on the play. That's good call there, holding on the offense. So
That's going to send them back after that big play.
So instead, it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs instead of getting that nice first down run by Copeland. Copeland's in the shotgun here. Sends a man in motion, and he'll take the snap to give us to Johnson again on that screen. Tries to cut it inside, loses the football, and I believe that's going to be recovered by the Eagles. And I was trying to see who came up with it.
Freedom ball.
And it was recovered by Marvin Hicks of Freedom, the outside linebacker. So good job there by the Freedom defense to get set up early here.
Yeah, I mean, they ran the same play they ran on 1st and 10. They tried it again, but this time Johnson fumbled it. Great hit by the defense of the Eagles there, getting that fumble to set up their offense inside the 35.
So now they are already starting at the Hylton 34. Powell takes the snap, gives to Brown right up the middle. Found a little bit of room to work with there. Good 5-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, he's a powerful player, just powering through that defensive line to pick up some good quality yards. 7 yards there to set up, 6 yards there to set up 2nd and 4.
And Brown coming into this game is averaging about 6.5 yards per carry, so that's nothing new for him there. And Powell's going to fake the handoff to him, take it himself, trying to get up past the first down marker. And maybe with forward progress, I still don't think he got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and a long 1 here. Let's see where they spot him.
Third down and 2.
So they officially say a 3rd and 2 for the Eagles here at about the 25-yard line. Powell's in the shotgun. Bunch trips to his left. He'll take the snap. Low snap, does get it under control up to Brown, and no problems there getting the first down. And another strong rush there by Brown.
Yeah, you could count on him to get that first down if it's 3rd and short. And we see there, and that pushes them inside the red zone for their 2nd drive of the game.
So speaking about Brown, he only needs 112 rushing yards in this game to be the 4th Prince William County player to reach 5,000 yards in his high school career. So I think he'll probably get that tonight, the way he's been running so far. Powell takes the snap. Quick look out to the right side. He's got his man. And on the on the
Number 10, Harris.
catch was number 10.
That was Harris.
So Harris there tried to do some misdirection there and get into the end zone, but couldn't find it. So first and goal for the Eagles here. And Powell's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, give it to Brown up the middle. Brown looking for the end zone, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Eagles. And what a run by Brown there. Let's take a look at that play again. Find it. So first and goal for the Eagles here. And Powell's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, give it to Brown up the middle. Brown looking for the end zone, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Eagles. And what a run by Brown there. Let's take a look at. And that was a great run by Brown there. I don't think he was touched at all.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so quick to get to the end zone.
He knows where to go, especially in the middle there. He knows exactly where he needs to go in order to get to the end zone. So Eagles will set up for the extra point here. And the kick is up. It's a line drive kick through the uprights and good. So your score after that. Freedom 7, Bulldog 0. We'll be right back after this from Freedom.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe and look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back. Freedom High School here. And we are all set for the kickoff there after that Taekwon Brown touchdown. And, of course, that was all set up by the fumble recovery there by the Eagles on defense. Set them up in nice field position. And just like that, it's 7-0. Eagles on top. And here comes the kickoff. Nice boot down to almost to the goal line. Bobbled the handle there. Got it under control, and the Bulldogs return it up to the 20. And gets tripped up. Hard tackle there. Looks like Braxton was in there on the return, but barely makes it back to the 20.
I mean, Freedom's kick return team is so fast to get down there. And it was a great kick, too. But it was kicked inside the 10-yard line, so he had really no room to run once the players got down there.
So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And they've got some work to do here, starting from their own 18-yard line with 7:07 left to play in this first quarter, already down 7-0. So Copeland sets up in the shotgun for this first play. Braxton to his right. He'll take the snap. The give is to Braxton. Tries to cut it out to the outside, but the Freedom defense does a nice job stopping him quickly.
Yeah, it looked like the Freedom defense sent the blitz, and it worked, stuffing up that middle. And that's where Hylton likes to run. So the coach, the defensive coordinator here, definitely is going to eye that out there.
So they are not going to give him any gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs here. And they definitely have got their work cut out for him. Copeland's in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. Looking downfield, and overthrown. And Johnson came out in there on like the hook route there. Looks like a little miscommunication on the route there by Copeland and Johnson.
Yeah, I was about to say it looked like a miscommunication, as it looked like it was supposed to be like a fly route, but he cut back in for an out route. So miscommunication there. It's going to bring up down 3rd and 9.
So now even bigger is the 3rd down situation for the Bulldogs here. And that's going to be a timeout called by Coach Overton and the Eagles. So we will take one, too, and be back for more after this from Freedom.
Along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William. Delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe and look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back. Inside Nova game of the week here. Live on your screen from Freedom High School. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Again, this broadcast brought to you by Inside Nova tonight. Inside Nova. And Copeland's going to take the snap. And the pass is off, but tackled down hard. And pulling it in was Aaron Saunders, but nowhere to go as he gets tackled up right away.
Yeah, that defense, I think that timeout was locking up the receivers there as they might have thought it was going to be a pass, and great job by the defense there as it brings up 4th down.
So that will send out the punt unit for Coach Lilly and his Bulldogs. And one man back deep to return for the Eagles, standing at about his own 46-yard line. And here comes the punt. And it's a nice punt right down to about the 45, returned by the Eagles. And he's got some room around the outside, tries to cut it back into the middle, still on his feet, and finally gets tackled down. And on the return was number 11, Nazir Armstrong there. Gets a nice return already on the other side of the 50 there.
So once again, the Eagles are going to start inside the Hylton zone as we see this offense as not slowing down in this game.
That's a very good point, Matt. There is no signs of them slowing down at all. The only thing that's going to be slowing down is that Hylton defense. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles here on the Hylton 48-yard line. Powell's got his bunch set to the right there. 3 receivers, takes the snap, low snap, gives it off to Brown. Brown trying to cut it out to the outside, and a flag comes out. So immediately after Brown was tackled, the flag came out, and it's going to be a face mask on the Bulldogs.
Big penalty there.
Yeah, huge penalty on the Bulldogs defense there, so that will move the chains up.
Yeah, I mean, Brown tried to bounce out to the left side, and if he did, it was going to be a big gain. So 15 yards there anyways.
Yeah, he had some field ahead of him if he were to break around, but that's going to move the chains. 1st down, still 1st down. But now from the 34-yard line, or excuse me, 30. Yeah, right about the 34-yard line. Powell's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Low snap again. Gets it under control. Looking for Harris on the outside. And he's got it. Still in bounds. Was going to try and cut it back around. But still a nice pitch and catch there to Harris.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles threw the defense off guard as they've been running the ball to Brown a lot. They decided to switch it up and pass it down to Harris Jr. as it picks up a good 6 yards there.
So now 2nd and 5 officially from the 27. Powell, 2 receivers each side. He'll take the snap, give it to Brown right up the middle, and that's where he goes, up to the 20. Thankfully, he was tackled by Kendall Lewis there to stop any further gain, but he was off to the races again right away.
Yeah, I mean, that puts them into the red zone once again with 4:25 left in this 1st quarter. And Brown just having a really great game tonight, almost 100 rushing yards in this 1st quarter.
So 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. They'll take the snap there to give it to Brown. No, Powell keeps it, and he's going to get tackled down. Maybe with forward progress, got a yard, but a flag comes out after the play, and I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bulldogs there.
And it looks like they might wave that flag off.
They did. Yes, they did. So no penalty on the play.
So
second down here for the Eagles upcoming. So under 4 minutes to play now in the first quarter. Eagles threatening again here inside the red zone. And Powell's in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. And the give is to Brown there right up the middle, and he's still on his feet, juking through those tackles. Gets up to about the 10-yard line. So another strong-looking run there by Brown.
First down, Freedom.
And that brings up a 1st and goal for the Eagles here.
yeah, I mean, Brown just juked left and then right, and then finally got tackled. I mean, it looked like he could have gone all the way if there wasn't 2 guys around him. So 1st and goal.
So the Eagles here, very, very threatening here inside the red zone. Powell's in the shotgun, now winding down to 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. He'll take the snap, looking to the end zone, and way overthrown outside the end zone. Eagles receiver was looking for a little pass interference flag, but none called, so 2nd and goal upcoming for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, that ball just looked overthrown from the start. I mean, he had an open receiver, just overthrown. So 2nd down and goal at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he was trying to just kind of lob it in there in the corner of the end zone, but instead put a little bit too much power into that throw. So 2nd and goal here for the Eagles. Under 3 minutes to play now in the first quarter. The give is to Brown. Brown cuts around the outside. Oh, tries to jump over the defender. There's going to be a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
And he really wanted to get into the end zone there. He was trying to hurdle the defender there.
Definitely showing his athletic ability there.
So we'll see what the call is here. Looks like holding on the offense, so that'll push the Eagles back. So it's officially been the Taekwon Brown show so far in this game. Already has the first score for the Eagles, looking for his... Oh, it was a personal foul call on Freedom, excuse me.
So it's going to be a long 2nd and goal here from the 19.
Yeah. And, yeah, big 2nd and goal here for the Eagles. And so Powell is in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right here. He'll take the snap. The give's going to be to Brown again, trying to push up the middle and thrown down. And, there's definitely some extracurricular activity on the field there. Big scuffle and multiple flags coming out, having to separate some Freedom and Hylton players there. So let's see who's going to get the flag. Maybe it'll be on both players. And it's getting heated down there on this homecoming night for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, great stop by the Hylton defense, stopping
Right.
Brown, not picking up another big gain. But this is definitely going to be, it's going to be an offsetting penalty. So it was on both players. So the play would never happen.
So it remains 2nd down. But still, no positivity on that play regardless of the situation. Brown didn't really get that far. So it looks like Coach Lilly had some extra words to say about that call there by the refs. So they'll reset things here. 2nd and goal for the Eagles. And both of these teams know each other well. Especially on the defensive side of the ball. Both teams are very aggressive teams. players just got to try and keep it under control down there. So third and goal now for the Eagles. Powell takes the snap, rolls out to his right, looking in the end zone. He's got a man in the corner, dives, and incomplete. They were looking for a flag again, but no call, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal. So we'll see what Coach Overton decides to do here.
Yeah, I mean, he almost had that diving catch. That would have been a really nice play, but that defense was even better right all on him. But there was a lot of contact, so surprising no call there, as it looks like the Eagles will send out their kicking team to try this field goal.
So kicking from about the 21-yard line. But Powell is still out there. I think Coach Overton's going to keep the offense on the – or no, Powell's just going to be holding. Excuse me. Confused me for a second there. So it'll be about a 30-yard kick here. And the kick is up. And it's going to be no good. Wide to the left. So score is going to remain 7-0. And we're going to take a quick breather here. Be right back for more action after this.
Game is being sponsored in part by the Frizzle Insurance Agency. State Farm Insurance, your home for all of your insurance needs. When you need car, home, life, or business insurance, Andrew Frizzle and his team have it all covered for you. Call the Frizzle Insurance Agency today for all your insurance needs.
And welcome back. Live from Freedom High School here. And so 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, as they tried to kick the field goal for the Eagles, unsuccessful. So the Bulldogs take over, but already an offensive penalty on them. It's going to push them back a few yards.
Yeah, this is not what they needed to start their offense inside their own 15-yard line.
So now Copeland will reset here, takes a snap. Woodbridge sends the blitz. It's going to be picked off by the Eagles. And then going into the end zone for the score is number 4, Cameron Eanes.
Touchdown number 4.
And that's a pick 6 for the Eagles, and we're going to take a look at that play again. 4 is number 4, Cameron Eanes.
Touchdown number 4.
And that's a pick 6 for the Eagles, and we're going to take a look at. And wow, just like that, the Eagles defense coming alive again. Their second turnover of the game, this time for a touchdown. And he jumped that pass pretty quickly. That was Cameron Eanes, the middle linebacker there. Great job by him.
Yeah, I mean, it was a quick slant towards the middle, and that's always a dangerous spot for a quarterback to throw. But he read it and scored, but there is going to be a flag on the play. I don't know what it will be.
Yeah, I think it's just some more back and forth down there between these players, and I think it was offsetting. Or no, I guess it was just solely on the Eagles. So they're going to, or no, it looks like to be offsetting. They're not marching it off, so it's going to be just a retry there. And just a lot of extra activity going on there in between plays, after plays. These players really talking at each other here. There comes the snap. Hold is good. Kick is good. And so your score after that is going to be Freedom Eagles 14, Hylton 0. And we're going to keep it right here after that miraculous touchdown by Cameron Eanes, the pick 6. And like you said, Matt, dangerous throw there by Copeland, just kind of throwing it over the middle there. And it looks like because he was a little hurried to make that throw, and I think that's why he decided to throw it where he threw it.
Yeah, I mean, great pressure by the Eagles, getting him to throw the ball, and better read by Eanes to pick off that ball and run it back to the end zone.
So 2 turnovers tonight by the Eagles defense. One was the fumble recovery, which led to the missed field goal attempt, and the other one was just the one we saw, was the pick 6, and it looks like the penalty is being assessed on the kickoff against the Bulldogs. So now the Eagles will be kicking from the Bulldog 45. And there comes the kick, and it's going to be in and out of the end zone. Nobody's returning that one, so the Bulldogs will take over on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen this Bulldog offense as much as we liked, with 2 quick turnovers inside their zone, which led up to 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. So let's see if they come out with a different approach here, maybe by running the ball, as both of their turnovers came from throwing the ball.
And we just got an update from Stonewall Jackson. Woodbridge is up 7-0 there. And, you know, Woodbridge is the only undefeated team still left, as they're 4-0 going into that game against Stonewall Jackson on the road. So they're looking to stay undefeated, and right now they've got a 7-0 lead. A couple other games around the county tonight, so we'll try and keep you updated as the scores come in. But, of course, we're here at Freedom. Copeland takes a snap that gives to Braxton, lowers his helmet, tries to push forward for a big gain, but good job by the Eagle defense there.
Yeah, it looked like Braxton had a big hole there. Great job reading that to run up that hole and get a good 4 yards there, as the Bulldogs do come out with a different approach by running the ball there.
So second down here for the Bulldogs. Coming down to about 1 minute to play left in the first quarter. Copeland's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, gives to Braxton again right up the middle. Finds a few yards. And a flag comes out again after the play.
Things have been choppy lately.
Oh, yes.
Between these both teams, as they are rivals, so definitely some heated conversations down there.
So 15-yard penalty, first down for the Bulldogs. And, you know, we came into this game saying
both teams are
disciplined. Both teams are disciplined, and they have not shown that tonight, especially with these unsportsmanlike conduct penalties coming through.
And then it's not like they're small penalties where it's 5, 10 yards.
15 yards.
It's 15 yards, and that's huge for the Bulldogs to start their offense.
So every yard certainly counts, regardless of how you get it, especially against this Eagle defense. So now they're right at about the 40-yard line. Copeland in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, looking downfield. He's got a man in single coverage, jumps and incomplete, but the flag comes out. And it looks like it's going to be pass interference on the Eagles, and I know Coach Overton's not going to like that call because there were a couple questionable ones for them down on the other side. Yeah, and I can see on the sideline coaches for the Eagles throwing up their hands.
So once again, another penalty on the Eagles. 2 plays, 2 penalties. Easy 3 yards for the Bulldogs there. But, I mean, it looked like a long pass and looked catchable, but pass interference there. So they move up once again to the Eagles' 45.
Yeah, so they're on the other side of the 50 for the first time tonight. And 2 15-yard penalties. I mean, that's, like you said, Matt, easy 30 yards right there. You don't even have to really work for it. Copeland in the shotgun here. He'll take the snap. Bobbles the snap. Finally gets it under control, but has to get away from the rush. And he will be sacked for some loss of yardage there, almost back to the 50 on that one.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a run to Braxton, but it looked like Copeland missed the ball there and tried to run with it, but the defense was over there, as that brings the end to the first quarter.
So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Freedom Eagles up 14-0.
Freedom 14, Hylton
And I
0.
believe we will take a quick breather too and get ready for the second quarter of action right after this from Freedom.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe and look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back. Live at Freedom High School here in Woodbridge, Virginia. Inside Nova game of the week here with Prince William Sports and Entertainment. Thank you for joining us on our live stream, InsideNova.com, to check out the game tonight here from Freedom. So we ended our first quarter 14-0, Eagles on top. Big runs by Taekwon Brown. And then the pick six by the Eagles as well to put them up 14-0. So we will start this second quarter, switch fields. Copeland and the Bulldogs have the ball on the 49-yard line here. He sends a man in motion, takes the snap, looking downfield. He's got a man, and it's going to be just out of the reach of Tavon Johnson. And that would have been another big pass. So they're trying to switch it up, throw it downfield, which is a good sign. And definitely starting to fill up here at the Eagles Stadium here for homecoming night. So we definitely did expect a good crowd for the Eagles, and it has filled in nicely as the cheerleaders getting the crowd to chant a little bit.
Third down.
But a big third down upcoming here for the Bulldogs. Third and a long way to go here. Freedom sends the rush. He's going to dump it off to Braxton. Braxton's got some room, and I think he might have jumped forward for the first down. And a great run there, or a great pitch and catch there for Braxton.
It'll be fourth down and 1.
Yeah, I mean, the screenplay definitely worked there as he had lead blockers away. And great read by Braxton to get enough. Oh, they're going to call him short for fourth down.
Fourth and inches.
Maybe centimeters.
Yeah, I mean, it's really close. They didn't even bring out the
chains
to measure. So a very, very easy call here for Coach Lilly, down by 14 points to go for it here, especially where they're at about the 35-yard line. Copeland in the shotgun here. Trying to get the Eagles to jump off sides. He was close. And it looks like Coach Lilly's going to call a timeout to have a quick chat. See if he still wants to
Timeout Hylton.
go for it here. I mean, I don't see why not. Down 14-0. And with this short, very, very short fourth down, give your offense a chance to stay on the field and start trying to make a comeback in this game. Because if you don't, it's going to be hard,
especially with
to come
Freedom.
back.
I mean, you don't want too big of a hole to dig yourself out of, especially with this Freedom team.
Yep.
High-scoring offense, quick-pace offense again with Brown. Brown already has 59 yards and a touchdown in tonight's game, so a big game coming out of him. And Hylton has a completion, has two turnovers, and they're only down by 14 points. So considering that, they're doing decent in this game against Freedom.
So a big fourth down here upcoming. And Copeland's going to take the snap, try and go up the middle for the quarterback sneak, and he's not going to get it. Turnover on downs, and another big play by this Eagles defense.
Yeah, great defensive stop there. As it looked like it was fourth and centimeters, so maybe inches, I don't know. But great stop, setting the full-on pressure there for the Eagles. So we'll see these Eagles offense back out once again.
And so they take over right at about their own 37-yard line, I believe. They're going to say 36. So 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Powell in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Of course, the give's right up to Brown. He's got some room to work with. Stiff arm out to the outside. He's got some room on the outside up to the 40 and then pushed out of bounds by the Bulldogs. A big, big run by Brown there. Once he got out to the outside, he was off to the races.
Yeah, don't forget about that stiff arm there to help him get out to the outside as he threw the Hylton player to the ground. And great run by the Eagles, Tyquan Brown.
And they
He's
go,
having a game.
Yes, he is. And they go right back to the line to keep this drive moving. Brown, Powell takes a snap, low snap, but is able to get it off to his the running back there who was in. And Julian Edwards gets the carry there in place of Brown for that play.
Yeah, giving Brown a little bit of a break here as he's been running a lot.
Yeah.
As that last play pushes him to 89 yards in tonight's game.
So he is close to that. Ref's calling it my time. So he is very close to that 5,000-yard career mark. And if he can accomplish that tonight, like I said earlier, Matt, he's would be the fourth Prince William player to do that. So that would be quite an accomplishment for this young man. Now the give's going to be to Edwards again up the middle. He's moving those legs up past the 20, getting into the red zone again here, and Brown coming back on the field to take this next play. But a good job by Edwards substituting in for Brown there on those couple plays.
Yeah, he cut back towards the middle as the hole was wide open, and he powered his way through for that first down to put them back in the red zone on their 4th possession.
So under 10 minutes to play here in this first half. Eagles threatening again to go up by 21 points here. Powell takes the snap, gives to Brown, cuts to the outside, and barrels forward, trying to get to close to the 10-yard line. Another powerful carry there by Brown, and
another 6 yards, maybe 6 or 5. Like you said, he's been averaging 6 yards, so it's really nothing new to Brown here as they push him inside the 15-yard line.
So a couple changes in personnel there for the Eagle offense. Second down upcoming here, but and Powell's in the shotgun, and the ref blows the play dead. Oh, little helmet malfunction there for Harris, so he comes out.
That's the second time I've seen this happen on the Eagles side.
So they'll have to check him out, make sure he's all straight with his helmet there. Joshua Hawkins comes in to take his place at the receiver position, number 21. Or excuse me, Jason Hawkins. Brown takes the snap, cuts out to the outside, now cuts up the field. He's got the touchdown, looking for it, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Tyquan Brown, and let's take a look at that beautiful run again. Or excuse me, Jason Hawkins. Brown takes the snap, cuts out to the outside, now cuts up the field. He's got the touchdown, looking for it, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Tyquan Brown, and let's take a look at that beautiful run again. And once again, on that play, Matt, I don't think he was touched. I think maybe right at the end when he pushed for the goal line. But, I mean, once he moves those legs, he is off to the races. So another touchdown. And I apologize. It doesn't look like it was a touchdown. It may have been called back by a penalty. So Brown takes the snap. And this time, he just walks it in. So that will be the official touchdown there. Let's take a look at that one again. Penalty. So Brown takes the snap. And this time, he just walks it in. So that will be the official touchdown there. Let's take a look at that one again. All right, so a little miscommunication up here on what the sequence of events was. So there was a holding call at the end of the first alleged touchdown run at the 1 yard line, apparently.
So that puts them at 117 yards with
There
two
you
touchdowns
go.
in this game.
There you go. So that one will be good. So that's an 11-yard score for Brown. And we will take a quick break and regroup here. We'll be right back for more after this.
Today's game is being sponsored in part by the Frizzle Insurance Agency, State Farm Insurance, your home for all of your insurance needs. When you need car, home, life, or business insurance, Andrew Frizzle and his team have it all covered for you. Call the Frizzle Insurance Agency today for all your insurance needs.
Only the fourth player to do it in Prince William County.
That's
too.
right, 5,000 yards, over 5,000 yards now with that run. So 21-0 here. Eagles take over, and the kickoff is to the Bulldogs, trying to get up to the 20-yard or 30-yard line. Excuse me.
First down for Hylton on the 20.
So first down and 10 for the Bulldogs, and man, this game is turning ugly quickly here.
Yeah, I mean, 8:45 left in the second quarter as Freedom is up 21-0, and we haven't really seen the Bulldogs get over that 50-yard line. Only on some penalties, but then they go quickly 4 and out there. Unfortunate on that last drive, as it was 4th and inches, they just couldn't get it. So it brings up another drive for the Bulldogs here to see what they can do.
And they have definitely got their work cut out for them now. And this Eagle team is just looking unstoppable right now. So first and 10 for the Bulldogs here. Copeland and this offense will do their work here. Gives it to Braxton. Trying to push forward. You just really can't find a lot of room to work with there between the tackles with the Freedom defense.
I mean, that defensive line is huge. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to get through the holes and stuff. So, I mean, but it looked like he got thrown ahead on that play from the defense to give him a couple extra yards.
I'm sure they'll take what they can get here on this long second down. Copeland's got one receiver to each side. Braxton to his right in the shotgun. Getting down to about 8 minutes to play, and that was a little jump there by the offense. Looks like Aaron Saunders there was really ready to go on that play. That's going to cost him 5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit on the off count there, just miscommunication once again. So they're going to push him back 5 yards after a good gain there. So it's going to bring down 2nd and long. And that's all they've been in this game, long plays to get that first down.
That's right. So under 8 minutes to play now in the first half. Copeland takes the snap, and he's looking downfield now in the cut route, and a nice defensive play there. Broken up by Joshua Hayes, the cornerback there. Nice job.
I mean, it was a cutback route, and Hayes was all over that, all over Sanders there, as it looked like Sanders had 2 hands on the ball, but patted away by Hayes there. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and long once again for the Bulldogs.
So 3rd and a long way to go here for the Bulldogs. And we'll see if Copeland and this Bulldog defense can convert, or offense can convert the first down. Heavy rush on Copeland. He just throws it away. I mean, there's nothing you can do in that situation under that heavy rush.
Because you really don't want to throw it up against this defense of the Eagles here, as they already have a pick 6 in this game and a fumble recovery. So that defense of the Eagles is really putting pressure on Copeland there. So another 4th down for the Bulldogs here.
And it looks like they will send out the punt team even though they're down 21. But really where you are on the field and not really any other choice here at this point but to just go for it. You don't want to give it up to the Eagles already on the other side of the 50. So they will punt it off. And it's going to be a really high and wobbly punt. Barely gets past the 50-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And it's going to be right at about the 44-yard line of the Eagles. So that's where their next drive will start. Already up 21. I mean, what what more can they do here?
Give Brown more touchdowns.
Well, that is very true. Very, very true.
So Brown already has 2 touchdowns, 117 yards, a new record, a new milestone for him.
Yep.
As the Eagles are up 21-7, or 21-0, sorry, with 7:34 left in this game. Starting at the 44-yard line. So let's see what they could do.
Yeah, definitely a good field position for them already after the bad punt. And the give's going to be to Brown, and he's going to try and cut out the outside, and still working through those tackles. Finally taken down, and that time, one of the rare times that he actually didn't get positive yardage on a run.
Yeah, I mean, the defense was all over that. He tried to bounce out to the right side, but Bulldogs were all around him, and he tried to go back to the left side, and it just couldn't work out for him there.
So second down here for the Eagles, right at about 7 minutes to play here in this first half. The give is to Brown. He runs out to the right middle of the field, gets pushed back and forward progress. We'll give him a couple yards on the carry, but this Bulldog defense, these first 2 plays, has done a nice job stopping Brown.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the defensive coordinator knocked some sense into them, or they're waking up right now with Brown over 100 yards. But it's going to bring out the longest third down, I think, for the Eagles here in this game.
So we'll see how Quest Powell and this offense handles third down situation here. And the give's going to be to Brown. He powers forward, and with the extra dive there, he's going to be really close to that first down marker, actually.
Yeah, I saw him get down at the 50, but then all of a sudden he spun back down to the 40, or should I say, yeah, the 46 on the Bulldog side. So it's going to bring it on 4th down and short. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on this field for the Eagles.
Yeah, we know Coach Overton likes to be aggressive, so it's an easy call for him here to go for it on 4th and short. The give to Brown. No, Quest Powell's going to keep it up the middle, spins away from one tackle, and dives forward. And that's going to be a first down here for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, he spun out, and it looked like none of the Bulldogs players were going to get him there. But then he dove for an extra good 3 to 4 yards there to pick up some extra yards. So they're at the 40-yard line in this, or 42, should I say.
So here come the Eagles here. Powell's looking downfield. He's got him in the end zone and a little underthrown. Trying to get connected with his receiver, number 7. And that'll bring up second down here. Now we're under 5.5 to play in the first half, excuse me. And he was trying to get connected with number 7, who is Umar Hatcher. And now Powell takes a snap, gives to Brown. He cuts around the outside. It's got some blocks up to the 30, past the 30. And that's going to get close to another first down. And I think they will give him the first down, so 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Please meet Mrs. Squirrel at the field gate. Thank you.
So again, it is homecoming here at Freedom tonight, so they'll be announcing their homecoming court at halftime. We'll maybe let you in on those announcements here from Freedom during our halftime festivities. Powell takes the snap here, gives to Brown. He's broke away from one tackle to the 10, the 5, touchdown and no flags. So that's going to be a touchdown for the Eagles, and let's take a look at that one again. during our halftime festivities. Powell takes the snap here, gives to Brown. He's broke away from one tackle to the 10, the 5, touchdown and no flags. So that's going to be a touchdown for the Eagles. And let's take a look at. And again, Matt, I don't think he was touched. I mean, he's so patient back there, and when he finds that hole, he just runs right through it, and just nobody. I don't even think anybody touched him on that play.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so effortless when he runs, too. I mean, he's so quick. So, 3 touchdowns, 168 yards for Taquan Brown in this game, and it's not even close to halftime.
So he has had quite a night so far in this game against the Bulldogs, and they just don't have an answer for him right now. Like a lot of other teams, they just don't have an answer for Brown. And there's the snap. The hold's good. Kick is up, and it's going to be no good. Bounces off the left post. So that's going to make your score 27-0. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back for more after this from Freedom.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe and look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back. Live here from Freedom High School. 27-0 is your score.
Game's getting out of hand.
Out of hand quickly here, not even the end of the first half. And again, we're talking about Taquan Brown. And as you said, 168 yards, Matt. Getting close to 200. He's already done that once this season, at least, against Stonewall. We were at that game. And last week at home against Osborne, he almost got to 200 yards rushing, 187. And as you said, you pointed out during the break, he's averaging almost pretty much 10 yards a carry. So that's just stellar stuff right here from Taquan Brown. And the kickoff is going to be received by the Bulldogs. And a nice return there up to the 40, 30. He's got some room on the return to the 10, 5, no flags, touchdown, Bulldogs. And just like that, they're on the board. Let's take a look at that spectacular play. Taquan Brown, and the kickoff is going to be received by the Bulldogs. And a nice return there up to the 40, 30. He's got some room on the return to the 10, 5, no flags, touchdown, Bulldogs. And just like that, they're. And wow, just like that, the Bulldogs get a little spark on that 74-yard kickoff return. So six points on the board pending the extra point for the Bulldogs.
I mean, on that play, it didn't look like he got touched. He got touched on that kickoff return. As we saw a big hole on the left side, we knew he was gone once he got past that punter.
Yeah, as soon as he started. And the kick was tipped by the Eagles, so no good. So good special teams play there by the Eagles. So your score after that, Freedom 27, Bulldogs 6. We'll be right back after this.
Today's game is being sponsored in part by the Frizzle Insurance Agency, State Farm Insurance, your home for all of your insurance needs. When you need car, home, life, or business insurance, Andrew Frizzle and his team have it all covered for you. Call the Frizzle Insurance Agency today for all your insurance needs.
And welcome back to Freedom High School here, Inside Nova Game of the Week, brought to you by Inside Nova. And doing all your play-by-play tonight is Prince William Sports and Entertainment.
after the game. Please stay after the game as well.
So with just a little over 5 minutes to play in this first half, 27-6. So quick little spurt of energy there from the Hylton special teams there with that kickoff return by Delonte Banks. Showing some life there, as now they'll kick off to the Eagles, and returned from about the 10 is going to be the Eagles there, looking up the middle there, breaking away from a couple tackles before he gets pushed down, trying to get to the 30-yard line. See where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be at about the 27-yard line. So that's where they'll start this next drive. Plenty of time for them in this first half to put some more points on the board.
I mean, great return there, getting up to the 27-yard line. And we've seen these offense do long drives as they are so patient, but they do run a fast offense here. So the Hylton defense does get tired as they don't really sub a lot because of the speed of this offense.
Right, they don't have a chance to. So that's where the Eagles will take over, 27-yard line for Quest Powell and Tyquan Brown. Powell's in the shotgun. Give is to Brown right up the middle, and there he goes. He's off. Not plenty of room to work with, up to the 40, and then steps out of bounds. And just like that, I mean, this guy is something special for sure. Cuts it upfield, and he was just off. And if it wasn't for that last defender, that would have been another touchdown in the books for Tyquan Brown.
I mean, what a run by him. Cutting out to the outside and cutting back in. Just amazing run.
So now they're on the other side of the 50 for this first down. Powell takes the snap. Give is to not Brown. It looks like it might be Edwards again coming in relief. And yes, it was. So Julian Edwards gets the carry. After that run, got to give your man a little bit of a breather there.
I mean, the running game is definitely working for Freedom Offense here. Give a lot of credits to that offensive line, creating holes for the running backs in the backfield.
So it looks like Edwards is still in there. Powell's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Give it to Edwards again, right up the middle. Pushing forward, trying to find some room. And now Brown coming back in. And an Eagle player coming off the sideline gingerly there. Looks to be number 50, Keely Davis. So we'll see if the training staff will take a look at him. So now Tyquan Brown back in there after a couple plays break on this third down for the Eagles. Powell takes the snap. The give is to Brown right up the middle, pushing forward, trying to get to the first down marker. I think he might have gotten it with that last effort. We'll see where they spot him. Already the ref signaling first down.
First down, Freedom.
Yeah, he just powers his way through up that middle of the defense there. And the defense can't really do anything about it if he just powers his way through. I mean, there's three guys on him, and they just can't really bring him down.
Still going forward with the ball. So 3:15 left to play in this first half. And Eagles threatening again here. Rush by the Bulldogs. Powell looking downfield. What a throw! But did the Hylton Bulldog come down with it? I believe. Let's see. And Eagles threatening again here. Rush by the Bulldogs. Powell looking downfield. What a throw! But did the Hylton Bulldog come down with it? And yes, indeed, it was an interception by the Bulldogs. So just like that, this Bulldog team
stepping
up, special teams, defense. Now they've got a turnover and a touchback interception up, starting this next drive from the 20. But that, I mean, still, that was a good throw by Powell. I mean, he threw it into the end zone. Thought only his receiver was going to be able to get that. And it was a nice defensive play by the Bulldogs there. And so that's where the Bulldogs will take over. 3:03 left to play in this first half. Copeland takes the snap. The give's going to be to Braxton. Nice spin move, but couldn't find anywhere to go. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage there. And I'll take this second to do a quick scoring update. Woodbridge is up on the Stonewall Jackson Raiders 21-7. Another good running back, Lamont James. He's doing some work for them tonight over there in Manassas, as they're taking that game over on the other side of the county. So Copeland here on the second down, 2.5 to play in this first half. He's alone in the shotgun. Eagles sending the rush. Now he'll take off with it. Nice juke move there, but then gets slammed down as he's trying to get to that first down at the 30-yard line. He's not going to get it, so it's going to be fourth down upcoming, I believe.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen Copeland run the ball earlier in the game, but it got called back for a hold. But he does have some wheels on those legs to get downfield if he has to.
So I'm sorry, that only brings up a third down for the Bulldogs here. 1:40 left to play in this first half. Copeland takes the snap. Quick throw over the middle and almost picked off. And another miscommunication on the route there. Nobody there for the Bulldogs. And that was almost picked off by the Eagles there. So fourth down upcoming. It looks like Coach Lilly is going to send in the punt team once again. And as we get ready, coming up on halftime here, and this homecoming night for the Eagles. A lot of halftime festivities planned here. Low snap, almost blocked, and it's going to go straight out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it, but not a very long punt at all. Maybe a very short punt. They're going to mark it off at the 45-yard line. So already the Eagles in decent field position. Plenty of time for them to extend this lead.
I mean, especially if you have Brown in the backfield.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
So the Bulldogs do receive the second half kickoff to start the third quarter here. So they were definitely looking for a score on that possession to maybe get a 2-1 almost in the game, but great defense by the Eagles once again.
So now the Eagles have another chance to add to their lead here, and Powell and this offense will start. Low snap, maintain, and he'll end up giving it off to Brown, who tries to cut it out to the outside, gets tripped up, and down to the 40-yard line. Clock continuing to run.
It looked like it was a halfback draw there. It looked like he was almost going to get sacked, but handed it off to Brown, and he bounced out to the outside. And good for 4, maybe 3 yards there as they hurry up back to the line.
Yep, second down here for the Eagles. Coming down and closing in on about 1 minute to play. Now Powell takes the snap, throwing it, trying to get connected with Hatcher, but unsuccessful there.
Nearly picked off again, almost through the hands of the Bulldogs.
So quickly, it's third down here for the Eagles. Just slightly under 1 minute to play in this first half. 27-6, Eagles on top. Powell in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Give's going to be to Brown, who goes up the middle, trying to barrel forward for that first down. Flag comes out at the end of the play, and it's going to be holding on the Eagles, so that'll set them back anyways.
Yeah, it looked like Brown was trying to bounce up to the outside, but then cut back to the middle and kind of tripped over his own feet there. But there was holding on the play, so that's going to back them up. And this defense of the Bulldogs is going to catch a little bit of a break here as Freedom does do that hurry-up offense.
So it'll still be third down, but a little bit less manageable for the Eagles here. But again, like we said, Matt, anything is possible with this offense when you hand the ball off to Tyquan Brown. So third down. Now they, with that penalty, they're pushed back to the other side of the 50, right at about the 48-yard line. Powell takes the snap, fakes it to Brown, now gives it off to Harris, who gets a nice move. Juke move in the middle, now cuts it back to the outside and then tackled down. He's close to that first down marker, actually. Got a lot of the yardage back after that nice juke move on the screen.
And it looks like it's going to be a timeout.
Okay, so timeout on the field. We'll take one, too, and be back for more from Freedom right after this.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe and look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back. Inside Nova Game of the Week, live from Freedom High School. Freedom Eagles up 27-6 over the Hylton Bulldogs right now, as we are at about 30 seconds left to play in this first half. And even though the Bulldogs get the second half kickoff, going to be tough to start coming back from this one. Powell takes the snap, and Hatcher turns around and catches it up to and out of bounds, trying to get to about the 25-yard line. And I think he did manage to get out of bounds, so the clock stops in first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, smart play by Hatcher, getting out of bounds to stop the clock instead of wasting another timeout as they're getting closer to that red zone and to the touchdown.
Yeah, good call there to get out of bounds, as I believe the Eagles only have one more timeout to use with 25 seconds left. First and 10 for the Eagles. Powell takes the snap, fakes it to Brown. He's looking downfield now, has to get away from the rush, and he's tackled down behind the line. In on the sack for the Bulldogs was number 77, Chance Richardson. Good job by him on the sack, and that's going to force the Eagles to take their final timeout.
Yeah.
With 12 seconds left.
Great defensive stop there, as it looked like Powell was looking downfield to a receiver, but just didn't have enough time. And a great hit by the linebacker on Powell to lose yardage there. So it's going to bring them back to the 31-yard line here. So if they have a shot downfield, it has to be a big one here.
Yeah, only 12 seconds to play in this first half. And so the Bulldogs defense, to get a stop here at the end of the half, receiving the second half kickoff would be definitely a plus in their book, I'm sure. Especially the way this game's been going. Anytime they can stop Freedom from getting any kind of points on the board, I'm sure is a win in their mind. So here they come out of the timeout here. 12 seconds left for the Eagles, no timeouts. We'll see what they decide to do here if they try and force it downfield. 12 seconds, they've at least got at least 2 plays they can try and put it in the end zone here at least. And looks like Coach Lilly and the Bulldogs are going to call a timeout, talk things over. And we're going to take a quick break, too, and be right back to finish up this first half right after this.
Today's game is being sponsored in part by the Frizzle Insurance Agency, State Farm Insurance, your home for all of your insurance needs. When you need car, home, life, or business insurance, Andrew Frizzle and his team have it all covered for you. Call the Frizzle Insurance Agency today for all your insurance needs.
And welcome back. So coming out of another timeout there, that time by the Bulldogs. So this first half kind of the last few seconds here. And we'll see what Coach Overton and this Eagle team want to decide to do. They've got plenty of time for at least 2 plays to the end zone. And having a quick sideline chat here with the refs. I think he wanted to add the extra second on the clock. I believe it was at 12 seconds, and they ran it off to 11. So I think they're fixing the play clock real quick to put that extra second back. Hey, every second counts. All right, so here we go with 12 seconds left in the first half. Eagles, Powell takes the snap, looks to the middle to Brown, and that's where he's going to do some damage up to the 15. Now gets pushed out of bounds with 5 seconds left, and once he realized he couldn't get into the end zone, he was definitely looking for the sideline quick there, and they've got 5 seconds left to work with here.
Yeah, that pushes them inside their 15-yard line. Great, smart play by Brown to get outside with 5 seconds left to give them another shot, maybe 2 plays here to get into the end zone.
And I think that was the right call, even though it took 7 seconds off the clock. Brown had the ability to extend that play. So now Powell will take the snap inside here in the shotgun, looking in the end zone. He's got a man, and that's going to be caught. Did he keep both feet in? Touchdown for the Eagles. And we'll take a look at that beautiful play again. So now Powell will take the snap inside here in the shotgun, looking in the end zone. He's got a man, and that's going to be caught. Did he keep both feet in? Touchdown for the Eagles. And we'll take a look at that beautiful play again. Right, so after that, though, looks like there was a flag at the end of the play once again. And I am just not having the best of luck with these flags coming out after the touchdown's called.
Man, it was a great throw and a great catch.
So did they get to replay the down, I would assume? Because it's not a defensive penalty, so there would, I know in the NFL sometimes they'll do a runoff because it's a defensive penalty, but it was on the offense, so they'll literally just get to run this play with no time on the clock. Little interesting call there. So no touchdown. Once again, Powell takes the snap, looking downfield, and he's looking for his man in the end zone and going to be overthrown again. So that's going to end your first half, 27-6, Freedom on top. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back for halftime from Freedom.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova, Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe and look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back to Freedom High School here, halftime at Freedom. And Matt, 27-6 at the half. What did you see in the first half from both teams?
A lot of touchdowns by Taquan Brown. And he does have 207 yards for tonight's game, maybe a little bit more as on that last drive there. But great job by the Eagles defense. Having a touchdown already, 2 turnovers forced by that, But on the Hylton side, we saw them slow down the Eagles' offense and get some points up on the board is definitely needed against this Freedom team.
Yeah, absolutely, and you definitely said it. And let's not forget, they also had the pick six as well on the defensive side of the ball that contributed to this 27-6 lead as well. So Freedom able to do it on both sides of the ball. And then for the Bulldogs, like we've been saying all night, just haven't been able to really get a good feel for their offense. They haven't been on the field a lot, first of all. And then second of all, just the Eagle defense has been pretty good at stopping them on the defensive side of the ball. The only score that the Bulldogs had was the kick return, the 75-yard kick return. So special teams had to get involved in order to get them on the board. So what do the Bulldogs need to do in order to kind of step their offensive game up in the second half?
I mean, I think it's just better blocking up front, not allowing Copeland to get pressured in the backfield as he's been rushing his throws, which definitely doesn't help a quarterback read his options. Right. And it looks like Braxton just couldn't get off that line of scrimmage with his runs.
Right, so we'll see if they make any halftime adjustments. Now we're going to take you down to the field and take a look at the Freedom Marching Band during halftime. Enjoy.
Your homecoming court. From the class of 2022, Kiara Gonzalez. Escorted by Augustus Harriman.
Remember when we go live here? It's fine. Now to have fun.
For your class of 2022 homecoming court nominee, Kiara Gonzalez, escorted by Augustus Spearman. Kiana says you have to love what you do to want to do it every day. Not yet, Ms. Bryant. Our next nominee, Sonia Cava, escorted by Mary Banks and Patricia Cava. Sonia says never give up until you give it out your very best. It's better to fail trying than wondering what would happen if you tried. For our next ninth grade nominee, Carly Rodriguez, escorted by Sonia Rodriguez and Carlotta Rodriguez. Carly says shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land on a star. For our homecoming court princes, Gabriel Alameen, Jordan Stanley, and Gustavo Renal. For our class of 2021 princesses, Cassandra Carranza, escorted by Miss Catherine. Cassandra says the only person who can keep me from success is myself, so if I strive for something by any means, I will achieve. Mia Grimes, escorted by Verona Grimes and Donald Grimes. Mia says anyone that weapon formed against you shall not prosper. Kiala Johnson, escorted by Tommy Johnson and Denise Cunningham. Kiala says, be joyful and hope, patient in affliction. Mary Lynn Johnson, escorted by Marshall Johnson and Vanessa Mosley. Mary Lynn says, see the world for not for as it is, but how it should be. Shamika Richardson, escorted by Amy Joy Richardson. Shamika said, a strong woman looks at talent dead in the eye and gives it a look. Genesis Rosado. Genesis says, live every day like it's your last. For the class of 2019 team nominees, Joshua Fuga. Walking for him is Rosalind Fuga and his father Tia Fuga. Josh says he plans to major in business and study psychology at Temple University. Joshua Hayes. Walking for him is his mother Jennifer Hayes. Josh says don't be a fan later. And Christopher Crispy James. Escorted by Kristen Smith. Christopher said if high school has taught me anything, is that hard work makes success. Success doesn't make you work hard. So what we've all been waiting for. For the 9th grade, Princess, Miss Carly Rodriguez. Carly walks in the door. For our 9th grade twins, Jabril Ali. Jabril is a football player, so he is not out on the field at this time. For our 10th grade princess, Cassandra Carranza. Our 10th grade friend, Samira Herrera. For our 11th grade princess, Adelaide Thomas. For our 11th grade friend, Danny Cruz Correa. For our 2018 homecoming queen, king, Joshua Hayes. Joshua is a member of our football team, so his mother will be representing him. For our 2018 homecoming queen, Miss Shamika Richardson. Congratulations to all our homecoming princes, princesses, king, queens. Thank you all.
Freedom High School. Also shout out to Lusting Toyota for help sponsoring this event. Congratulations. There, but also the Freedom High School marching band. Also a reminder, activating tonight, the Freedom High School and Hylton High School marching band will perform. So please stick around.
And welcome back here inside the booth. I am joined by Ryan Sonner from Inside Nova. Nice of you to join us tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And so just quickly, we'll just jump right into it. I mean, what did you see from that first half of action?
Taekwon Brown, all day.
I definitely think that is the highlight and the story of this game so far. And career mark for him. Over 5,000 yards rushing in his career.
Yeah, he's the fourth player in Prince William County history to reach the 5,000-yard mark. Ricky Slade did it last year here.
I remember my homecoming game, definitely very popular. I mean, you have any fond memories from any type of homecoming games? And
you know, the thing that I noticed was they give out a homecoming princess to a girl in every grade now. I don't think they did that when I was in high school.
I agree. I think they definitely just gave out the main big awards to one or two people, and that was it. So I guess they decided everybody should be included in that.
You got to fill a 20-minute halftime.
Yeah, that's right. That too. Yeah, that too. So as we get started for the second half here, any thoughts on? I mean, I know we're going to see more of Taekwon Brown, but anything else?
Well, I'm wondering how much we will see of Taekwon Brown. I mean, you don't want to risk injury this early in the season. His backup Edwards has looked pretty good. when giving Taekwon a blow.
That's right.
So he's looked good. I would run Edwards a little bit more maybe, and we'll see what Coach Overton does. But there's a risk there when you play in the second half of a blowout as well.
That is true, but as far as I've been watching Coach Overton the past couple seasons, he definitely is very aggressive, and he likes to do some aggressive play calling. So we will see.
He does. He may keep the pedal to the metal. I mean, the 45-28 loss in the playoffs last year probably sticks in his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he hasn't forgotten that.
I think they definitely have not forgotten that game. Well, thanks, Ryan, for joining us. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Yes,
and
sir.
Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back with third quarter action from Freedom right after this.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe. And look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back as we are getting set, almost ready for third quarter of action, as the award winners for the homecoming court are taking a nice ride around the track. And some pretty nice looking vehicles there. Can't tell really what they are, but that really doesn't matter. So they give one more wave to the crowd. And then Hylton is already out there getting warmed up. They need to be warmed up for sure. Coming into this second half here. They will get the ball, as we said, but still a big hole to climb out of, Matt. And like we've been saying throughout a lot of the halftime show here, it's been the Taekwon Brown show, so to speak. And I'm sure we'll see more of him in the second half. But our colleague over at Inside Nova brought up a good point at half as well, is maybe Coach will not play him as much. It's still really early on in the season. We're only at week 5, so week 5. So, you know, you want him to be available in the postseason. So you definitely don't want to risk any sort of injury. And Edwards, when coming in to give him a break, has looked pretty good. I mean, he's looked pretty solid.
He's been powering through his way through that defensive line, getting a good 5 yards per play, and getting some big first downs for the Eagles near the red zone.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see what Coach Overton decides to do. I was able to get a couple scoring updates from 2 games in the county. At the half, Woodbridge is up 21-7 at Stonewall Jackson. And then over in Noakesville, the Pioneers of Patriot unfortunately losing to the visiting Westfield Bulldogs 21-0 at the half. So kind of disappointing there for the Pioneers. But again, when you're playing a team like Westfield,
3 times back to back.
Yeah, kind of hard to battle against that team from Fairfax County. They definitely have a long-standing history of amazing football teams. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they've won the state's back-to-back multiple don't know what the exact number is, but yeah, definitely hard to beat over there at Westfield High School.
Yes.
Over there in Chantilly, Virginia. So Coach Overton having a little chat with his boys on the sideline. And also the Bulldogs coming off to the sideline to get ready for this second half of action from Freedom. And again, if you've been joining us, we appreciate you joining us on our live stream at Inside Nova for the game of the week here between Freedom and Hylton. And looks like the Freedom's out on the field getting ready to kick it off. Bulldogs will receive the second half kickoff. So 27-6 is your score coming into this third quarter. So definitely will be interesting to see what Coach Lilly's going to do as far as play calling. He's tried a couple different avenues. The running game obviously not being able to get a lot of work done, although Keyshawn Copeland's able to get some couple explosive runs there.
I mean, considering they only have 37 yards total in this game,
that's definitely...
It's definitely not helping them out in this game, as the Eagles defense definitely helps out. So, Freedom High School Inside Nova Game of the Week here, brought to you by PWC Sports and Entertainment. As the kickoff is long down and received at the 10, as Hylton tries to take it back, and he gets hit pretty hard down back at the 30-yard line to start this drive.
So yeah, a decent return there, but again, Freedom able to do a nice job there stopping any big return, as we did see that 74-yard kick return by Hylton, which is their only score of the game. So good job by the Eagles to jump on that one quickly, not allowing anything big.
So they are going to start it from their 31-yard line as Copeland takes this Bulldog offense back onto the field to start this second half. Eagles defensive line looks huge. Been getting to Copeland a lot back in this game, considering 37 yards offense total. But Copeland is the only man back to start off. Sends a man in motion. Looking to his right, and he's going to take it off himself, but great defense by the Eagles to bring him back just to the line of scrimmage there. So it's going to bring up down 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he was looking for the screen there over to number 3, it looked like Langston Long. But couldn't get it off in time. Good job by the Eagles on the pressure there.
So this time he has Braxton back with him on this play. And he's going to hand it off to him. And the defense is there once again in the backfield. So that's going to be another loss for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Eagles are doing a great job of penetrating that Hylton offensive line. And when that happens, there's just nowhere to go for Braxton. He can't even try and work it out to the outside because he doesn't have time to set up his run. So the Eagles doing a nice job of cutting into that those running plays by Braxton.
So 3rd down and long here as the Bulldogs try to get this first down, as Copeland is in shotgun formation. Sends Braxton in motion. Oh, and it's going to be, looks like it's going to be a false start on the Bulldogs to send them back another 5 yards. So it's going to bring up down 3rd down and 15. Maybe if the call does go against them.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to go against the Bulldogs. They definitely look like they jumped early. But also the Eagles were really jumping on that line as well. So we'll see what the call is. No, it's going to be offsides.
So it's going to bring down 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs. So it's reasonable for them to get this first down and to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, they're going to have to come up with a good play here because the handoff to Braxton up the middle just really hasn't been getting the kind of production they want to see. So on this 3rd down, we'll see what Coach Lilly wants to call.
So the refs blow the play dead once again as he's telling number 5.
Yeah, that's Tavon Johnson.
Tavon Johnson to get off the field for some helmet reason, probably.
We've already seen that a couple times
Yeah.
tonight with the Eagles players, so it wouldn't
So
surprise me.
3rd down and 5 here. Braxton in motion once again. Pressure is coming. He has a man deep, just overthrown. He's looking for Saunders there. Just overthrown once again.
Yeah, and what I've been noticing here on these first couple of plays for Hylton is Copeland is having to really, once that ball's hiked, he's already stepping back into his motion pretty quickly because he knows the Eagles are going to be sending the pressure. So he's already having to worry about the pressure, let alone where he's going to throw the ball. And when those two things combat each other, it's hard to get accurate passes down the field. And just like we saw in that one, it was overthrown because he was trying to get rid of it in a hurry.
We've seen this punt team a lot from the Bulldogs as they have a man back deep for the Eagles. High punt this time. It's going to be a longer one than he has, and it's going to be down at the 33-yard line for the Eagles to start this drive with 10:05 remaining in this 3rd quarter.
So that's, this Eagles offense back on the field. We'll see who's going to come in at running back. Looks like Brown's out there right now. So obviously Coach Overton, no question there. He wants Brown to keep running the ball for them, and I don't blame him.
He has over 200 yards.
I don't blame him at all, absolutely.
3 touchdowns for this Eagle team.
And when you run as many plays like him and you're not getting touched most of the time, you're probably not going to get injured.
Yeah. So Brown in the backfield with Powell. Powell's going to take it himself. It's going to be a throw. He tries to spin out of it, and it looks like they might give him the first down. And that was Nazir Armstrong with the catch, and that's going to be good for about 9 yards. So it's going to bring down second down and short.
No, I think they did. They gave him the first down.
First down.
Yeah.
So great catch and run for a first down by Armstrong.
Yeah, great job by Powell there to get the pass out quickly, and even a better job by Armstrong to get the first down.
At the 45-yard line. Low snap, gives it off to Brown. Brown has some room to the outside, and he has more. He's at the 35, 30. Can he beat someone? But now he's going to be down at the 20-yard line. Great explosive run to get out to the outside with Brown. Patient in the backfield. Definitely a great running back for this Eagles team.
Yeah, I mean, he waited for his hole, and then once he found it, he went right through it with no issues whatsoever. And if it wasn't for the Bulldogs secondary, that would have been another touchdown in the books for Taquan Brown.
So the Eagles offense back in that red zone as it's going to be Powell rolling to his right, looking down deep, has 2 men on the pressure, but he's going to pass that out of bounds. Intended receiver was number 6, and that's going to be Coates, I believe, on that play.
So, yeah, Powell had to get away from some pressure there. Good decision by him to just throw it out of bounds there instead of trying to work it with his legs because the Bulldog defense was going to be surrounding him quick. So good decision there. Even though it was an incomplete, still a good decision to throw it away and take the incomplete pass.
So Powell has Brown in the backfield with him on the 2nd down and 10. And it's going to be a handoff to Brown. Up the middle, he's powering his way through, and his offensive line gives him some extra push to get near that first down at the 11 or 12-yard line for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was another perfect run there by Brown up the middle to bring up 1st and goal for this Eagle team. And they're definitely they're not slowing down anytime soon. They're definitely looking to put some more points on the board early in this 3rd quarter.
So at the 13-yard line in the Bulldog territory are the Eagles. As it's going to be another, Powell's going to take him himself as a read option, and he's going to try to dive for that first down on 3rd down. But will they give it to him? He looks short by a yard, maybe some inches.
Yeah, we'll see where they spot it here. And are they going to bring out the chain gang for the first time tonight? No, it doesn't look like it.
So Coach Overton is going to keep his offense on the field, has trust in his offense with the offensive line doing really well. I mean, they're all huge.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all upperclassmen too, so they have the
Yeah.
experience. So it's going to be a handoff to Brown as he tries to cut back upfield, but he's going to have another 4-yard gain there. Great job by Brown getting to the outside.
And so that will get a fresh set of downs here for the Eagles, 1st and goal. And that's just going to give the Eagles another opportunity to continue this drive and put some more points on the board with Tyquan Brown.
Wasting no time back to get that line of scrimmage. As they hand off to Brown as he jukes in, and does he have it? It's a touchdown, Tyquan Brown, and that is his 4th of the game. Let's look at the replay. Wasting no time back to get that line of scrimmage. As they hand off to Brown as he jukes in, and does he have it? It's a touchdown, Tyquan Brown, and that is his 4th of the game. Let's look at the replay. And that was an amazing play by Brown. And it looked like he got touched maybe once that time.
Maybe somebody got a little hand on him, but still he didn't waste any time getting into that end zone. And another touchdown for Tyquan Brown in the books.
So the Eagles are going to attempt the extra point here. High snap, almost blocked, but it will be good as the score is 34-6. Freedom up.
So just as we hinted.
And we will take a break from Freedom High School. Let's see if they could convert here
Yeah,
on this.
they just can't find the
First down marker.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. They just can't find it, and it's got to be frustrating if you're Coach Lilly.
So he has 3 receivers to his right, as Braxton in the backfield too. Here comes Copeland, and he's going to roll to his right. He has so much pressure on him. He's going to throw it out of bounds, incomplete. So 4th down and 10 once again. The defensive line pressuring Copeland, and he has to scramble for a little bit and just have to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, Copeland is just getting pressured all night, and it's just, like I said before, it's just hard for him to be able to throw good throws when he's getting pressured by this Eagle defense so much.
So the punt team once again out for the Bulldogs as 6:51 remain. The score is 34 Eagles, 6 Bulldogs. Just awaiting the punt here as the cheerleaders try to get the crowd in some chance. As the punt is a line drive, pretty good, fielded at the 35. He has some room, cuts back to the inside. He has room, he cuts back to the right side now, and he gets tackled around the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs. And there is a hurt player down on the field for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that Hylton Bulldog player, I couldn't get a number on him as he went down, but he went down pretty quickly, and he fell hard. So that's going to be a referee timeout, injury timeout on the field.
Well, I mean, great return by Freedom, getting into the Bulldog territory as the player is still injured. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe and look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back to Freedom High School as the band is playing and the Bulldog player is still down on the field.
Yeah.
Looks pretty bad if he's still down.
Hopefully if he gets up, we'll be able to get you a number and see who it is. But yeah, as soon as he went down, he grabbed his leg pretty quickly and held it up to his chest. So I don't know what kind of injury it might be. But they're still continuing to look at him, and that's trying to get him to get off the field.
So once again, the Eagles offense will come on the field as he limps off the field, as Brown does have 263 yards on 24 carries, and that's number 4 for the Bulldogs. Theft Harden as he limps off the field for the Bulldogs. But great field advantage for the Eagles to start this drive and to put up more points on this board. As Brown's still on the field.
He is, which that tells me right now that there is no question in my mind that Coach Overton wants to put more points on the board. I mean, that's just showing me right there that he's not going to slow down this offense anytime soon.
So Powell in the shotgun formation with Brown in the backfield. He's going to roll to his right. Looking for a man. He has a man, but it's intercepted by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have it now at the 50-yard line. He cuts up to the middle. He has some room. 3 defenders around. He cuts back again, and he's going to be down at the 24-yard line. Great job by the Bulldogs defense there, getting an interception on Powell.
And that was number 13 on the interception, Delonte Banks. And he was the one who actually had the kickoff return for the touchdown. And now on the defensive side of the ball, gets a nice interception to put the Bulldogs in the red zone for the first time tonight in the third quarter.
What a game he is having here. And that's going to be Powell's second interception of the night here, as the first one came early in the second quarter, going deep into the end zone. So Hylton Bulldogs start the drive at the 23-yard line for the first time this game. So Copeland in the backfield with Braxton. He has time in the pocket, thrown right through the hands of the receiver. And just that's how the day's been going.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how this game's been going for Copeland and his receivers. But that time it was actually a good throw. Just the receiver, I don't think, was ready for it because it was, thrown up a little high. He had to kind of go grab for it, and he's just a little too late on trying to make the catch. And I believe he was trying to connect with Aaron Saunders there. So that wasn't a horrible play. Just couldn't bring it in. Copeland got the pass off too quickly that time.
So Copeland in the shotgun once again. He's going to hand it off to Braxton. Once again, the defense literally picks him up and lays him down on the ground for a loss of maybe one as it brings up 3rd down and long for the first time. I mean, not for the first time, for a long time.
And it looks like there might be some extracurricular activity going outside the stadium. Enough to see what's going on, and yeah. So extracurricular activity going on the field and off the field tonight, folks.
So Copeland, quick slant again, broken down by number 3, and that's going to be Najir Johnson with the stop. So great defensive play by the Eagles there, as it's going to bring down 4th down, and it looks like they're going to keep the offense up on this field. So
and yeah, so
crazy
night here. Crazy.
Some more points for this Eagles offense, as the last drive was intercepted. So let's see if they could put some points up on this board to increase their lead, as they're already up 34-6 with 5:21 remaining in this 3rd quarter. They get hand off to Brown up the middle. Great job by that offensive line, and that's going to be another 4 yards for Brown.
So yeah, Taquan Brown gets another nice run, continuing to just push this Eagle offense up the field. And it looks like now Edwards has come on for Brown.
We've seen Edwards a lot this game, and he has been doing a really good job as he's been running it. So it's going to go to Edwards again, and this time he's going to get stopped for a short gain of 1 yard. So when Brown's not in the game, the defense looks really good.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd down.
So 3rd down for the Eagles here at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, even though, Edwards comes in every once in a while, it's a good break for Taquan Brown. Gives him a breather.
As Brown checks back into the game for the Eagles here. Powell in the backfield. It's off to Brown. Brown has some room, and he's still running with 2 people on him. He just keeps on chugging along, keeps on moving that feet, and there's no signs of stopping him in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Brown has just been unstoppable. Even when he's running in traffic, he's still able to get plenty of yards. And it just amazes me how he's able to continue to do that against this Bulldog defense.
And, I mean, he's been running the whole game, so it's crazy. So Powell in the backfield again with Brown, and it's going to be a handoff to Brown up the middle. He tries to bounce out to the right side. He has some room, and he's going to be downed around the 50-yard line for another 1st down. And there's going to be an altercation between 2 players of the Freedom and the Bulldogs on the Freedom sideline, which might call back some of the plays.
Yeah, there is just a lot of action going on in this game, on and off the field. And even players not even in jerseys,
Yeah.
are throwing words out to these players. And the refs are going to have to call a time, or now actually Coach Overton calls a timeout, moves his team away from the situation, and it's going to have to settle them down.
The funny thing was, I didn't really see any flags go up, and we'll take a break here real quick.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, attention at this time. All
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe and look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back to Freedom High School as the score stands 34 Freedom, 6 Bulldogs. 3:40 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, so you know what? One thing that we brought up at halftime was the fact that this Freedom team got beat by this Hylton team last year on their quest to go deep in the playoffs, in the regional playoffs. And I really think that has resonated with them really, really hard over the offseason and into this game. And you can see it on the field. It's been an emotional game, it looks like, for both sides. There's a lot of emotions on the field, and that's why we've got this break in the action. Is just both teams are really just putting their hearts all on the field and really putting it into this game. And so you can definitely see that on the field. Now the coaches got to do their job and just settle everybody down and just say, hey, let's play some football, guys. And we don't need all this extracurricular activity on the field for both teams.
So it's going to bring up first down and 10 for the Eagles here at the 47-yard line. So Powell is in shotgun position all night, and he is once again with Brown to his left. So just awaiting the snap here. As the offensive line gets set, sends a man in motion. And it's going to be an HB draw again, and Brown's up the middle. And can he go all the way? He hasn't been touched, and he's going to be tackled down at the 10-yard line. What a run by Brown once again. We've been saying his name all night.
Absolutely, man. I mean, there's just no stopping this kid. Once he gets that ball, he is just off, and there's no way to stop him. And once again, even on that run, he got tackled down eventually, but I mean, he wasn't touched before he got tackled down, and he had just all the field to work with.
So the Eagles offense, once again, quickly back to the line as Powell is in formation. And it's going to be a handoff to Brown. Brown up the middle, and he's going to be into the end zone. That's his 5th touchdown of the night, and he has over 330 yards for this game.
He is just a machine out there in the running game. And the Hylton player tried to get him at the goal line, but there's no way you're going to tackle him straight up like that.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Full speed.
There's no way.
So pending this extra point, Eagles are up 40-6, and this game is just out of hand. So the refs are trying to get the players set here for this extra point with 3:18 left in this third quarter. Once again, Brown, 5 touchdowns, over 330 yards. So what a game he's been having tonight. So this extra point is going to be up, and it's going to be a low kick, so it's going to get blocked. So no good. So the score stands 40-6 as we take a timeout break.
Today's game is being sponsored in part by the Frizzle Insurance Agency, State Farm Insurance, your home for all of your insurance needs. When you need car, home, life, or business insurance, Andrew Frizzle and his team have it all covered for you. Call the Frizzle Insurance Agency today for all your insurance needs.
And welcome back to Woodbridge, Virginia, as Freedom has 40 points in this game, as the Bulldogs have been trying to get some points up since that second quarter kickoff return, 74 yards. And they just can't really get this offense going.
Yeah, and their defense is just so beat down right now. I mean, Taekwon Brown's been running all over them, and so it's no surprise to me that this Bulldog team is just, frankly, they're just running out of gas, it looks like, and you can tell that down on the field.
So Bulldogs, they were in the red zone earlier a couple drives ago.
Yeah.
But a quick 4-and-out for them, as this kickoff is going to be a line drive, and the play is going to get called dead. I'm not sure what will, and it's going to be maybe offsides on the Eagles, maybe.
Yeah, so they'll probably just re-kick it here.
So they're going to move them back a couple of yards here as they're going to redo that kickoff. And the Bulldogs just can't really run the ball up down the middle, as this Eagles defense, I've been punishing them. Same with getting the ball off for a pass. There's just been pressure on Copeland the whole time, so he can't really get can't go through his reads to throw the ball and make a good pass.
Yeah, you know, another game that they had earlier this year, a couple weeks ago, was at Colonial Forge. They didn't have an offensive touchdown in that game either. So really the offense has not been doing well so far this season.
So the punt is going to be fielded at the 10. And he's going to be looking for the outside. He's going to trip up on the field, and it's going to be another good gain off that kickoff return, as they will be down at the 33-yard line. So Copeland will start the drive from the 33-yard line once again, and I really don't think they had a first down this game, besides penalties.
Yeah, besides the penalties that the Eagles have committed that actually gave them first downs. I have to agree with you, Matt. I don't think they have an actual offensive first down so far tonight. And for Coach Lilly and this team, coming off and losing a player like Ricky Slade, who had your offense exploding out the doors, it's really hard to find your groove here in these games.
So Copeland only one back in the backfield, and it's going to be another false start.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying earlier, Matt. He's already getting ready to step back into his quarterback motion because he's worried about the blitz, and you can see that right now with the false start penalty on him.
Because the receivers are going to run their routes so much quicker, shorter, to help Copeland out in the backfield if he's all alone, because you know that blitz is coming once they see Braxton move out of the field. So they're going to hurry up because the defense is not set, as it's going to be a screen. And he has some room, and he's going to be up down to the sideline, and he's going to be a good gain for a first down, and that was number 16.
First down for Hylton.
I don't think I have a number for him. And actually, that's going to be Greg Washington on the receiving catch there, as he's going to get a first down. But it does look like there's a flag on the field, so that might be coming back. And that was their first. Oh, no, it's going to be on the Eagles. So it is going to be a first down for the Bulldogs, and that's their first of the game.
There you
plus
go.
Tack on an extra 5 yards maybe.
Good job by the Bulldogs there. So let's see what the Bulldogs can do here. Gosh, still down by 34 points. It's just so hard to get any kind of momentum against this Eagle team.
So that's going to move them an extra 15 yards up, as they're going to sit on the 42 of the Eagles' territory. So hurrying back to the line, as Copeland hands it off to Braxton, as it's going to be another short gain of 2 yards. Once again, the defensive line's been eating that up.
Yeah, the Eagle defensive line is just so quick to get on the ball. And when you have the ability to do that, you can definitely count. You can afford to blitz on passing downs because you know your defensive line is going to free up your linebackers or other people that are going to be blitzing the quarterback. So that's why they've been so successful on those pressure plays.
So Copeland has 3 receivers to his left side. It's Braxton in the backfield. He's going to fake handoff. He has got a man deep. He's wide open, and it's going to be a cut. And he's still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What a play there. As we will take a look at that replay.
And I couldn't see.
Open, and it's going to be a cut. And he's still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What a play there. As we will take a look at that replay. So that puts 6 points up on the board for Bulldogs. What a play, what a catch, and what a throw by Copeland to his receiver. So pending the extra point here. And the score now sits 40-13 Eagles. As it's 2 of 6 remain in this game, and we're going to take a break.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe. And look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back to Freedom High School with 2 of 6 remaining in this third quarter as the previous drive from the Bulldogs ended up in a touchdown. So the first offensive touchdown for the Bulldogs here as they are setting to kick off to the Eagles, as they are down 40-13.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was just a great drive for the Bulldogs there, and you can see what their offense can actually do if you give Copeland the opportunity to throw the ball. He obviously has the arm strength, he has the accuracy to get it downfield, and you just saw it right there.
So fielded back at the 10 as Freedom tries to return this, and he's going to cut back to the outside, try to spin back, but great job by the special teams of the Bulldogs to stop him at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and that was Amari Hatcher on the return, trying to find some room to work with.
So starting this drive at the 25 is no Brown on the field as Edwards is in the backfield with Powell. I mean, Eagles have been running this ball most of this game, and it's been working for them. As you can see, it's 40-13. So Powell has Edwards in the back with him, and it's going to be a handoff. Oh, Powell's going to keep himself up the middle, and he's going to get pushed from behind, so that's going to give him a good 3-yard gain on that run.
And so we're getting some finals from around the county, and unfortunately the Pioneers were shut out tonight. But again, playing Westfield, really, really hard to compete with them. So they were shut out 28-0. But Colgan got another win in their books against Osborne Park tonight. So congratulations to Colgan there. 38-13 was the final there. So good for them.
So handoff to Edwards as he tries to cut back to the middle. But great job by that Bulldogs defense as we're finally seeing some life from them.
Yeah, well, there's a good reason for that. Taekwon Brown hasn't been running any plays right now. He hasn't been on the field, so that's a big, big reason why they're able to see some life on this defense.
So just under a minute remaining in this third quarter as it brings up third down and about 6 here for the Eagles. So Pearson, as it was just overthrown.
Very rare at a Freedom Eagles football game you're going to see them punt the ball, but I think it's a good call by Coach Overton here, as you're clearly have a commanding lead in this game.
So Banks is back deep for the Bulldogs, as he does have a touchdown on the kickoff return, 74 yards. So he is dangerous back there. High snap here. It's almost blocked. I would say it's almost blocked there, but a great freedom bounce, as it's going to be down at the 44-yard line to start off this drive for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I don't know if he might have gotten a little touch on it there as it went away, because the way the ball went out definitely looked like he might have got a little bit of a hand on it. But either way, Bulldogs will have a decent starting field position for this next drive, and we'll see what they can do here, if they can manage to get some more points on the board. I think finally we're starting to see Coach Overton calm down his play calling a little bit late in this third quarter. I think we're finally seeing that, but still one more quarter to go, so we'll obviously see how he wants to coach the fourth quarter.
So last possession was a touchdown for the Bulldogs, as Copeland steps on the field once again, starting at their own 43-yard line with 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Braxton in the backfield with Copeland. Drop backs, pressure is on him. He's going to turn himself, tries to juke the defender, but just gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Once again, the pressure was there.
Yeah.
And he had to run with it, not seeing all his reads.
I mean, it's just so frustrating as a quarterback, where you want to be able to set up your routes for your receivers, and obviously when he has time to throw, we see what he can do with the ball. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here by the Eagles, I believe.
So timeout, and we'll take one too after this.
This week's game is brought to you by Inside Nova Prince William. Don't miss out on the best coverage of local high school football, along with other news, features, and events from across Prince William County. Subscribe today to Prince William's only locally based weekly newspaper, Inside Nova Prince William. Home delivery subscriptions are only $39 a year, or just 75 cents an issue. Subscribe online at InsideNova.com/subscribe. And look for coverage of tonight's game in next week's Inside Nova newspaper.
And welcome back to Freedom High School here in. So we did just get a final update from Stonewall. Woodbridge defeats Stonewall to stay undefeated, 21-7. And so Woodbridge will stay undefeated, going to 5-0. And I have a feeling we're going to be seeing the likes of Woodbridge and Freedom in the regional play in a couple months.
Definitely a game to watch if they do play.
And we've actually got their game on the 13th of October. It'll be at Woodbridge, so we will be live, hopefully live streaming that game. And you're not going to want to miss that game, that's for sure, because that's going to be a crucial game if Woodbridge is still undefeated. The Eagles will have a chance to give them their first loss of the season, so you'll want to be either there at live or watching that game, because that's not going to be one for the books this season. So the Bulldogs and Copeland are on the offensive side of the ball. Heavy rush again on Copeland, and he just has no choice but to just throw it away on first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, it was trying to screen to Braxton, but it was just looked like he didn't throw it ahead of him. He threw it behind him. And it could have been picked off by the Eagles there, but lucky enough it hit the ground.
So second down upcoming here for the Bulldogs, 2nd and 5. And still down here by 27 points. So a 4-possession game here for the Bulldogs. Copeland takes the snap. He looks downfield under heavy rush again, and now has to take off up to the 40 and dives head first up to the 40-yard line. Dangerous dive there.
Yeah.
as the Eagle player was
First down,
getting
Hylton.
down on him pretty quickly there.
So another first down for
First and 10.
the Bulldogs.
So first and 10 for the Bulldogs. Copeland in the shotgun. They're putting together a decent drive here. And he looks downfield, can't find anybody. He's got some open field. Now he looks downfield, has a man wide open, but it's going to be picked off by the Eagles. Another interception. And he's going to continue to be on his feet. Finally tackled down.
By number 21, Jason. Let's go.
Field can't find anybody. He's got some open field. Now he looks downfield, has a man wide open, but it's going to be picked off by the Eagles. Another interception. And he's going to continue to be on his feet. Finally tackled down.
By number 21.
And good job there by the Eagles defense there. And that was just plucked out of the air. I didn't see him coming. I thought Copeland had his man, but then it was just underthrown and taken right out of the air by the Eagles defender there. So now they're going to take over. And
Officials timeout, it looks like.
yeah, looks like Julian Edwards is back out there for the Eagles. So effectively, it looks like Tyquan Brown's night may be over, but we'll see. Still a lot of football left to play, a lot left to play in this quarter, I should say. So we'll see, but it looks like Julian Edwards will be taking over for the rest of the night. He gets the ball here up the middle and nowhere to go. Still trying to rumble forward for a couple yards, but again, no, stop short. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, this defense is really showing what they could do when they don't have Brown in.
When Tyquan Brown's not running the ball.
But give them credit. They're still fighting in this game as they are down 40-13.
Yeah, they're definitely still still doing what they can to stop this Eagle defense, or this Eagle offense, excuse me. So Powell in the shotgun, he'll take the snap, looking downfield, can't find anybody, he'll run it himself, barrels forward up to close to the 45 in that first down marker. So there's Powell doing some work on with his legs.
Great pressure by the defensive line getting to the quarterback, but great run by Powell to get closer to the first down, so it's going to bring up third down and short.
So clock's still running here, getting down to about 10 minutes left to play in this game. As a third and short situation for the Eagles here to keep this drive going. Powell takes a snap, and he fakes it to Edwards now, keeps it himself, and I think he got enough for the first down.
I think they're going to call it fourth down and 1.
Fourth down and a very short one. Well, no, actually, no. It does look like a full 1 yard. So it looks like Coach Overton's going to keep the offense on the field for this fourth down. And we'll see what they decide to do as Julian Edwards is still doing the running back duties in place of Tyquan. And Powell is in the shotgun here on this first and 10, first set of downs. The give's going to be to Edwards. Edwards, there you go. Nice little push up there. Tries to cut it out to the outside. And gets about 5 on the carry.
So Edwards gets a good 5 yards there as he's going to bring up down 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. But there is a Eagle player down on the field.
Oh, there is. And is that, I don't know, is that Edwards?
I think it might have been an
Oh, it's not
line.
Edwards. Yeah, I think you're right, man. Edwards is back here, I see him. So they'll take a look at him. And, I mean, there were a couple players bottled up there in that. We'll take a quick injury timeout as well.
Home, life, or business insurance, Andrew Frizzle and his team have it all covered for you. Call the Frizzle Insurance Agency today for all your insurance needs.
And welcome back. So the injured player on